I don't really want to put it out anymore because like that's all my emotions were. He's like, I would love for you to put it out.
Yeah.
But like that's not even where I am anymore. We can freaking get a horse on the carriage. Like it don't matter. I forgot I said that, but that part is really real. Like I remember we were walking down the hall in the top floor. Right? I remember that whole conversation. And this one, it wasn't like that. It was really just like this one was really like pure.
Were you actively pursuing somebody?
Oh, he's good, yo. He is good. He is good.
All right, To Amour, we're here today to talk about your new project that you have coming out later on in the summer, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being the first kind of like music focused segment of everything that we're doing at More Defined.
Yeah, I'm honored, man. I'm honored. Thank you for being the catalyst.
Yeah, first interview to the podcast and first one to step in the music space for everything. So yeah,
a lot of firsts. It's a first for me too. Boy, all these fans, this fancy setup, man. It's feel nerve-wracking, man.
Nah, you're good. So you released your first project in 2020. I want to say at least on SoundCloud it says August of 2020.
Yeah.
And so you've been doing it for almost, well, in terms of releasing music, you've been doing it for almost 5 years now. Like, how does that feel?
Honestly, man, it kind of sucks, man. I'm like 5 years. Like, of course, I was a kid. I was 15. I was 15, but it's like in 5 years, bro. Like all these people I look at, they done all this. But now I think about it, I'm like, I'm still 20. I'd say this project, I take all my stuff seriously. Ever since, not the first like 3 or whatever, but that's the one that nobody hears. Only the few people out there hear. But like since Crystal Gem, like I try to take all of it serious. But this project, I was like, oh, this is serious. I'm trying to do everything, man. I'm over here doing all these types of promotions, and I got so many TikToks and stuff lined up, trying to promote it. And I'm trying to go almost all in this summer. I mean, this fall is when I start to go all in, get all the equipment, get all that. But 5 years, man, it's just like, it's been a crazy ride. It feels like it's been like 2 years. So,
oh, man. Sounds like, though, you've been enjoying it, though, throughout the whole process, and that you've had fun, especially with working with different people that you've had, even featuring on other people's projects and things like that. So, I mean, is that something that you've been trying to focus on at the main part, just have fun with it?
Yeah, it's important to have fun, because with especially these long, tedious processes like this, it's easy to not have fun. Like, I'll take breaks. I don't want to, not that I don't want to do this anymore, but I'm like, I need to step away from it. I got a lot of stuff like lined up that I would have done with features and stuff like that. But it's like, I had to really just say, it's like, you know, when you got a lot of stuff going on in your life, but you're like, hey, y'all, like, I love y'all. I got to focus on me right now. That's what it is. Like, I've had best friends, you know, want to do music. We'll get into that later. I got a little, not a bombshell, but, you know, something a little that you may not expect. But with them and people I met through, like, promoting my music, a lot of people want to collab. I'm like, hey, I promise you, we're going to get
there.
But I got to finish this. I got to finish this.
Man. All right, so the new project is called To My Former Amour. How long did it take you to like start to kind of get to where you're like finish?
It's been a little minute. See, the way it started off, and it's so crazy because like this tape was not supposed to be what it is right now. Like I started off with and we'll get into songs later, but with like Chocolate, How Would You Know, and I think there was one more. I was gonna drop those as a 3-song EP called To My Former. Well, I didn't have a name yet. But I was like, oh, these are like some weird songs, but they're like weird and creative. Like I like them a lot. So I'm like, you know, I'll just drop this as a little thing to tie it over. And then I started adding. And this song came up. Oh, I'm almost done with this song. Oh, let me do this song. And then it was like 8 songs. And then it was like, oh, this is a whole project now. What do I do? And then it just kept growing and kept growing. But like I'd say it probably started as far as like making it into a project, I'd say it probably started around like honestly, like January.
Okay, so all this year.
All this year in this current state. Like I said, I had the previous state, but before it was me, like doing this big one, I'm like, they're probably like January.
Okay, working on it for a little while, a little over 7 months, but like taking it as a project, it's about 7 months, kind of. Yeah. Okay. You said this is when you started moving it along, it was gonna be a project. Well, you wanted it to be like a small EP, but then now it's turned into like a big project and you got 2 sides to it. How do you feel about doing more albums and like longer projects compared to doing those EPs?
I love it, man. Like I've wanted to do it. Amel, I use music name, Amel Wilson. He told me once back in like 2020, 2021, because him and Toshiki Kai are kind of like my mentors in a sense in it. Like when I started, like that's what I looked to for guidance.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey man, like I see what you're going with, but you need to like slow down. Because like, I was trying to make these big old projects like this back when I first started. He was like, hey bro, you're gonna mess yourself up.
Yeah.
But as far as going along in the future, I got scrap projects that I want to like revisit. They're like, because like everything I've scrapped are like concept tapes. I definitely love like the whole big album sense, but it's just like we're gonna have to see. It's whatever I'm feeling at the time because it changes so much. But I definitely love to just keep going like the conceptual albums and all that stuff.
Okay. All right, we're gonna dive into the album itself. So going over the songs. And some of the things you kind of like posted too, I noticed that you did put a little bit of more financial investment to this one to make this one sound a lot more progressive and everything like that. And kind of like the key things that I took away from it is that you had like an older tone to yourself, older voice, kind of a mature tone. Yeah. And that some of these songs, they kind of had like a grown and kind of like sexy vibes to them in terms of like, you are talking about ladies in this sense. And so it's not so much as like all love songs. It's like a Drake album in a certain sense, but it wasn't also like just dogging ladies out too. And so it was kind of like in that nice mix. Was that kind of like your motive for it, or did it just kind of happen that way with the songs that just lined up on there?
See, like the thing about this tape is very like real. Like going back through all of my tapes, there's like real elements. Like the first tape, I'm doing a little history lesson, but the first tape was really just me like proving to the people around me and to myself, like after Crystal Gym, I could do something. So like Crystal Gym featuring yours truly here too. Then Summer Sunset was just demos, but like some like Frustrations Part 2, I just told somebody this for the first time, but that was about me like winning vice president my senior year in high school. So like that's something that's real, but it wasn't like it was out there. Confessions was really real. The outro was really real, and Tailor Made was like a mix of real and fiction. It was still all very fun. But this tape, a lot of this is just straight up,
all of it,
straight up real. You know what I mean? Like I say, like 85% of it is like straight up real. So it's just like that's real life. You know, it's not black or white. It's not all lovey-dovey or dark. It's just like a mix of everything. So like when I was making these, it was just like, let me just be as real as possible. Like in this moment, I was feeling like this. At this moment, I was feeling like this. And also since my homie Navi, shout out to Navi, we got the merch on. But with his, one of his tapes, I'm not gonna say it, but he said one of his tapes, when he would make a song about a woman, he tailor it to the music they know you like. So like if it's like a Beyonce, like she likes Beyonce, he kind of trying to make it sound. So it was like the same thing.
I got you.
So I was really just trying to like take a whole bunch of different elements, but to keep it like very, very real.
Yeah. Okay. The first song, Better Myself. Let's see. Well, you said before you began on the EP, what were kind of like those 3 songs that you really focused on at first?
How Would You Know, Chocolate, and I honestly cannot remember the third one. Probably when we're talking about it, I remember it, but those were definitely like the main 2 I knew that were gonna be on there. Yeah, those are 2 I remember.
Okay, actually, we're gonna start with those. Chocolate. So. Kind of what I had on here is the beat is more of like a rock / pop style beat. It's pop style vibe. And this one felt like it had a really, really deep meaning on it in terms of the story. What happened with the specific young lady that you were dealing with for Chocolate?
See, the thing is, this is actually one of the ones that's like, it's real, but it's like it's about a real person. But a lot of it's like fictional.
I got you.
But like this song was important because I was listening to the rock heavy, the nerd, the Goo Goo Dolls, a whole bunch of 90s, 2000s rock. And it's actually about a girl a few years ago. She had asked me, and this is also something that's important for the tape, women asking for songs to be made for them. Like, that's nothing I get into. But she asked for a song a few years ago. And I made like a little like rough demo or whatever, but it wasn't, I was making it purely for her enjoyment. Like it wasn't enough of me in it. So that's why in the second verse, I started the last song wasn't really enough. Like, whoa, wasn't finding inspiration, was just finding the flow.
Yeah.
So like, I wasn't really inspired by anything. I was just like, she said kind of like Steve Lacy. She said kind of like this. Let me kind of make it, you know, like this. But with this one, it was very like, let me just go off what's going on. I don't remember how I came up with the chocolate part. Well, no, I do her skin. Yeah, that's what it was, chocolate.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me just connect this to as much like chocolate, whatever. And I don't know. And this one just kind of like just flowed out of me. And speaking of that second verse, you haven't heard it yet, but like when y'all hear this song, it's kind of crazy. But like I have a whole clean version of the song. So like this first song, I have a clean version. Like, I'm like that second verse, I'm like, hey, I gotta have something else. And that clean verse is actually more of like the real version, because that's like gets more into depth of like actual like emotions and stuff like that. So I'm gonna let that be a surprise to you, but it's fine. I love the song though. Like I feel like that's one that could do some strides.
Okay.
Like, you know.
How would you know? How did you like come up with that one?
That one, we're getting about a woman, but that one was about a specific woman and like an overarching thing. Like it's really just like question, how would you know? Like when some people were like, I don't think we work out because of this situation. Sometimes they plain on don't like you.
Yeah,
of course, that's one other thing. But like when it's like, I don't think it work out because of this or because of this, because it's just like, how would you know? So that's just what it came up with that one. And that one was really influenced by, both of those, Chocolate and that were influenced by Steve Lacy. But this one had some Tizo touchdown. Last verse like Twista. So like just taking a lot of inspirations, but
you mentioned Twista. I was gonna get to that. Like that last ending part, it kind of had like a Twista feel to it with those last little bars. Was that intentional?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
100%. I was listening to GPS by Saba a lot, and I was like, man, that Twista verse is fire, man. I gotta do something like that.
The way the song is structured, starting at I think it's kind of like a minute and 9 seconds into the song, you kind of overlaid the chorus and like you speaking on love and everything like that. What put you in the mindset to do that specific structure in that song?
For this one, I wanted to be like really weird. Like this project, but those two songs this whole life would just be really weird. But it's just like, for this, I just let a lot of things flow out of me. Like I normally just sit down and write like everything before I do it. But this one, I was like, let me just say it, restructure it, say it, restructure it. So this one was just like, because what did I say? I said, I forgot exactly what I said, but it was a freestyle. So that's what I kind of like, because it's just it's so raw. And it was just like what I was feeling at the moment. It was just like, that's what came out. But there's a lot of that like doubling and mirror, especially with it being a double album. I wanted it to have a lot of like, you know, double and mirror. Just like Chuck is going to have two versions. Like I wanted to have a whole bunch of, you know, mirroring effects on it like that.
I got you. Okay. Better Myself. Girls that you have a history with or previous dealings. To me, it sounded like kind of like a call to action. In a sense, like you were basically trying to explain, you know, I've had these situations and everything, and even though some of them still kind of like get to me a little bit, like ultimately, I'm trying to better myself. I'm trying to move on, move forward. Like, is that?
I don't even have to say anything. You just hit it on that. Like, you just hit it on the nail. Because a lot of music and art, period, it's like some of it is very idealistic where we want to be. Some of it is where we really are. But Better Myself, I was literally just sitting down one day, and I was like, dude, like, it's time to go. Like, it's time to move away from this. And that's kind of what this project is. Like, I've said it before, at least on my story, I've said it to some people. Every time I make a song about somebody or like something specific, that's the closure. Like, I never feel the need to double back, or I never feel that need at all. So this whole tape, when I think, I'm like, this is like ultimate closure. So Better Myself, it was like, that was probably like the 6th song created or something like that. But I knew that needed to be the outro. That needed to be what people left with. This is not just messaging me, but it's messaging everybody. Just like, hey, like, you can have these, but better yourself. Just keep moving forward. So you hit the nail right on the, you know, all that saying.
So when you get this closure, we don't have to necessarily get into the specifics of who they based it on, but like, with some of these women, do you like still have a relationship with them at all? Are you friends, or like, do you see them at all, or is it kind of just like, you know, this is like the ultimate closure? Like, we're done.
We're done. With some of it, I'll tell you this. I was talking to my friend Lionel, and with music, I'm not scared to take risks. And with how my supporters are set up now, like, I don't know how to say this. Basically, like, closing time, I'll get that later. But I was kind of scared to drop that. Like, songs where I'm like explicitly talking about people, I was scared to drop it. Not just out of fear, but it was like, dang, like, the reception, you know, feel me? Mm-hmm. But a lot of it was like, another driving force for the tape is when you're making something about something specific, it's got to hit. So like, that was another motivator. Like, I'm saying this about what you call it, all my friends, like, no, like, this got to hit, like, or like, it's bad. Like with Closing Time, I ain't gonna say the name, but like, they know I said it on whack. The 3 names I said, my boy Ernest Stover, he told me, you know, they rock with it, actually. So, like, that was, like, a big weight off my chest, because I'm like, yo, if they rock with it, like,
then, you can
I'm good.
Push it out as
you
much
feel
as
me?
you,
Yeah. And, but with stuff like photographer, like, it was the most unexpected one, but it was, like, the opposite, which was weird, because photographer, that's the only one I told her, hey, you're going to be mentioned, are you cool with it? She said, yeah. You know, I sent her the song before I dropped it, and then when I dropped it, it was radio silence. Like, and it's crazy because that's the one I expected the least, you know. But as far as all these songs, like, most of the songs, I'm not gonna say all of them, but when I was saying these, I'm ready for closure. So it's at the position like, if you don't rock with me no more after it, we really weren't that close anyway for me to like care that much. But if you still rock with it and stay, you know, you got a new anthem with your name on it, basically. You know, so like that was my thinking behind it. Like, it would suck, but when I made the song, I already moved on. I already accepted it.
I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, speak to that a little bit, because I know a lot of music for people, especially as fans listening to it, it's a lot of emotional based. When you are the artist yourself, like, how do you go about speaking on like real situations? And like you said, for this specific project, it's you already knowing you made that closure, and then, you know, you're just releasing it for the world to hear. But it's like, how do you go about that process of knowing, okay, this song is helping me get through these situations?
That's a really, really good question. Shoot, let me drink my water while I think about that one. It's just like, I'm doing a lot of roundabout answers, but when a few months ago people asked my story, do any of my songs make you feel sad? I had some people say like my songs make them feel like a little motivated or whatever, but like with a lot of music, like Drake and you know, some cult, like it's like that sadness is kind of like the strongest feeling that can be conveyed through music. But any of my songs make you feel sad or somber. And I think one dude said it made him feel sad. I'm not gonna say the name, but shout out to you, Donut. I'll say shout out to Donut. But because I showed him and his girlfriend Chocolate, like almost a year ago. And he was like, you know, whenever I listen to that song again, like it makes me sad because I think about her. But like besides that, a lot of people say unless it was like involved with somebody they know, it didn't make them sad. So with this one, I was just like, how can I get these real emotions out on wax? Because I've tried a good amount of times, but every time I try, it's never the song that end up releasing. So as far as that, it was just like, just be real as possible. Don't be afraid to be like, you know, raw with it, but just let it go out. And you know the emotion you're feeling, just try to convey it as best as possible. That's really it. It's not really a real answer, but like that's just how it
was. Casual. So what I got on here, an instance where you wanted to evolve from the casual stage to the exclusive scene. Were you actively pursuing somebody?
Oh, he's good, yo. He is good. He is good. No, casual, it's funny, but it's so personal. My homie, Old Man, I've known him through Twitch since like 2020. We both dropped, like, I dropped Crystal Gem, we dropped a song, Didn't Happen. They were both kind of going up in our circles at the same time. But over the years, like, we just have not had a song together. So I was like, yo, send me a beat pack, whatever. And that beat was called Casual.
Okay.
So I think in the version we had, because I did a retake, but in the original I said at the beginning, let me talk about something not casual over the casual beat. I'm like, that'd be crazy. So like with the structure of the song, it sounds so whimsical and so like funny and like I don't care, whatever. But it was about like the realest situation out of anything on the tape, which is like the kind of cool juxtaposition between it. So you're 100% right. Like, I was going into something, and again on the tape you hear, on the original tape it was a little different, but this one is like, it didn't even work out for real, but you know, it's whatever, we're just gonna see, you know, maybe change some lyrics around. And like, it's just crazy. Wait, look at it's amazing, man. But yeah, it was something not casual on the casual beat. Like that's when I was like moving into something. I'm like, yo, this could be like it. And it didn't work out at all. Like blocked, all that stuff.
Oh man.
Yeah. But and I really like how his verse, it changed like the tone, because I expected him to stay on the same thing, and then boom, he changed it. So I just added another verse after that because I'm like, yo, I got to say something. But that song is literally the story of mine and her relationship. Because like it started with like I want to do this, what is this. Old man came in and kind of like diverted it like crazy, diverted crazy, and I come back like I'm on the same energy he's on now. Because I'm like, yeah, you know, we on this hyper, and at the end I'm like, how we go from talking about women to talk about all this, and that leads into Remember, which is like that's also his song. But that was more his song. I was like, bro, I gotta hop on this. Like, this is your story. This is your real life. I just want to be like the catalyst for it. And it's like the perfect juxtaposition because Casual, his part is so like, yeah, you know, whatever, I'm doing this, I don't care. And Remember is like some of the realest music I've ever heard, like ever. So like, yeah, that was just like a black and white type thing. But yeah, you're right.
Who was the featured artist on this again?
Old Man Sippin'.
Okay, yeah. Actually, since you mentioned it, we can jump to Remember.
Yeah.
Oh, no, okay. Well, no, all I had on here was the concept of the song itself. But you were saying that was kind of like more of his song.
Yeah.
And everything. Okay. Why? What made you want to put that on this specific project instead of like releasing it as like a single?
Yeah. Originally, Casual and Remember, I was going to have both of those be his. Because I'm like, I'm working on my own project. Yeah. You know, Let That Be Yours. And he was like, and it's crazy, that was his culture too. Like, Remember was his, he was like, I don't really want to put it out anymore because like, that was all my emotions. It was wrong. He's like, I would love for you to put it out.
Yeah.
But like, that's not even where I am anymore. But I was having a conversation with him when we were talking about like the sad music. I said, dude, like, he's one of those people and his music, but him as a person too. It's like, you know, like that Casual, like it's whimsical, it's whatever. But a lot of his music is like that, but there's a like very deeper meaning to it. And I'm like, hey man, out of everybody I could talk to, out of like Navia, Amel, I'm like, I want me and you to make a song so serious that people got no choice but to like feel it and get chills when you're talking about it. And he may remember and post on the story. I said, hey bro, we don't have to make anything. That's the one. I was like, I just need to get on there and do something on it. And I was just piggybacking off what he was saying and what I've heard him say, like everything, like everything I'm saying about the beach and the teacher, like that's all his real life. I was just like funneling it through like my words and stuff like that. But yeah, I was like, I have to get this.
I got you. Okay, Set It Off. What made you want to start the project with that one?
Honestly, that's a crazy question. All right, here's where we get into the bombshell. So originally, the first song on the tape was going to be the remix of Rain, which I dropped in December. And it was still going to have, a slightly different intro by me. It's going to have the same verse, it's going to have Pride. Then it's going to have Navi on there.
Okay.
So we were doing that. We recorded it and all that. But just slight creative differences. No riffs or nothing, but like, he wanted to, of course, go to the studio. He was like, I mean, I love the song. Like, he reached out to me, want to be on the song, but he was like, we should go to the studio and do it. And I was like, I get you, but like, this is on my tape with all these songs that are not recorded in the studio. It's just gonna sound crazy.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, you know what? We'll hold it or we'll scrap it or whatever. But like, that was gonna be the original opening and Set It Off.
Okay.
But with Set It Off, number one, it's called Set It Off. It's like Set It Off. But it's like really ambiguous. Like there's like, when you listen to that, I don't feel like you really know what direction the tape is going in at all. It's just like a very West Coast kind of thing, and it's like, I'm here, this is kind of what I'm talking about, I don't need to let it talk about the women, and made it work around the one in my head spinning. So I was like, it's just a cool intro, because I feel like it's something that people haven't really heard from me, and plus it's just like it's a very like blank canvas, like you don't know where the tape is going to go. So that's why I don't know.
Do you think it's better for people listening to your music at this point in time to not have a direction to where the album was gonna go, or it's kind of like to know a little bit, like how in the last one, Taylor Made, like everybody knew it was a concept album and everything. It's like if you listen to the songs, you kind of know the flow of it. But like for this, you started off like you said, you kind of don't know where it's gonna go, and we could go as far left as we can go as far right. Fact. So, do you think it's good for people to kind of be that way now?
I think it's really just a case by case. Like Taylor Made was cool for what it was. Like I was very intentional. Like first song, like this is like concept. Whatever. But this one, it's like, and people aren't gonna know. I'm still debating this, so I guess y'all will see. But I really don't even want people to know there's a side B until like the day of. Like I want it to be like this side A. Oh, 12 hours later, I'm dropping side B, and y'all just don't know. But I'm still trying to figure that out. But yeah, I want it to be like a blank canvas, because while this is like structured very intentionally. This tape is really like let's see what's gonna blow up. Let's see what people like the most. Okay. That's why there's so many different sounds, but it's still very connected under the same umbrella. Especially with the songs that are developed later, like Someone Else leading to I Just, or Casual and Remember. Like there are, How Would You Know and Chocolate. Like there are these songs that are like made together in conjunction, put on this like bigger canvas.
Yeah.
So it's still a concept album for sure, and like I said, it's structured intentionally. But it's one of those where like you can listen to this pocket of songs, you can listen to this pocket of songs, and we'll just see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. Closing time. At this time, that is one of your singles you have released. Trying to see how I want to go with these questions.
Open book.
You said this was one where you got a decent response, a good response about the people who actually mentioned.
Okay. Thank you.
So I'll start with this. The way this song is to me, it deserves a music video. Do you think this song? Well, do you think this song specifically, or like other songs on the project, will get music videos?
That's tough. If the project can blow up like I want it to blow up, then yes.
Yeah.
But if not, then no. Like I said, I'm like this fall, I'm just like learning guitar, learning piano, learning mixing better, maybe learning produce. Like, I'm just trying to like, this is kind of like I'm getting it all out.
Yeah.
So like this new era can start.
Okay.
But if closing time somehow want to blow up, then I ain't got no choice. Like this is definitely like, closing time is a single like purposely. Chocolate is like, it's not a single, but it's built to be a single. Impatient is like built to be a single. So like it's just like, if y'all really rocking with it, like y'all really want it, I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But if not, then it's just like, we'll see. Maybe do a few visualizers. I'm thinking about that, but like, not in the works right now.
So y'all should listen to the song, but the ladies that you have mentioned in this song, what made you mention them all specifically? Because I think in one verse you mentioned like 2 of them, and then like another verse you mentioned another one.
I mentioned 3 in the first verse.
Yeah.
And the second one I just mentioned. It's crazy. I mentioned the model for the actual album.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't write that down. But yeah.
I mentioned the model for the actual album.
Yeah.
Months before I even thought about her being the model for the actual album. It was just like I was freestyling. I'm like, what rounds of this? But with those 3, again, I was freestyling. The craziest thing, like my computer had broke, which I do all my lyrics, or I do all my music on. But I was like, yo, I'm in a creative high right now. I gotta make music. So I would put my Nintendo Switch up and use my for the music and use my phone to like type it.
Yeah.
And I did that for like the beginning part of it, or like maybe like the second verse, something like that. But then I just got in front of my TV and just kept on freestyling until I got something. So like I was freestyling, I'm like, and there's just like all the same friend group in high school. I have my crushes, have my crushes on and off, whatever. But it was just like, this is to let y'all know. Like photographer is about somebody, but it's very like tame. It's very like safe, all that. Like you wouldn't know unless you like really, really know. But closing time is just like I said, I'm done with all the subliminals. Like there are gonna be some subliminal tape, sure. But by that time in the tape, like it's no more. Like I'm just coming at you. You're gonna like it or you're not gonna like it for real. So that was just like the one to grab people's attention. Like, oh no, like this is what it is. Like I'm here.
Yeah,
like, that's kind of what it was.
I think I did write it separately or whatnot, but was the model for the cover of the single, is it JoJo Brooks or is that somebody else?
Oh no, that's my homegirl Zanub.
Okay.
Yeah, Zanub. Yeah.
Okay.
JoJo Brooks is a dancer. She's a sister.
That's what that part was. The dancing line that you
had.
Yeah,
with her, Maddie Simone, and Jordan Jackson. Shout out to all y'all. Y'all are killing it and doing what y'all doing. But
so some of the lines in here, you mentioned, or it's like mentionings of like conscious rap, but not being on that time in the song, not wanting to drink to be sober enough to finish the night. Multiple mentions are like playing, kind of like talking about Luther Vandross. What made you want to like kind of piece all that together?
It's just, like I said, I was freestyling, but like with the, it was very influenced by like UK rap, obviously, with how I was doing the flow. But I was like, she fine. I'm done with all the subliminals. You want me my more, you gotta be chill, just a rental. No, funny, I smiled when you launched on my dental. Matter of fact, my agent sent me those stand by two bars of fentanyl. And when I said that, I was like, why on earth would I say that? Like, fentanyl is so serious. Like, all the overdoses. That's why I said, rest in peace to the fallen. Like, it was just kind of really just like my train of thought. And when it was like, I'm not conscious rappers who put up sides, I want to be balling. Like, I try not to be a material or worldly type of person at all. But it's like, I'm not gonna lie and say that I don't live in the world.
Yeah.
So like I'm not chasing these. I'm not chasing money. I'm chasing like the value of money and what it can do for me and my family and the world and all that stuff. So I just wanted to be like, I'm not. You know, a lot of people be like, "Oh, you conscious and lovey guy." I'm like, sure, but like, I'm trying to get this money. Like, I'm gonna do it as morally as possible. I'm trying to get this money. And the Luther Vandross part, that actually came from a Vic Mensa song featuring Do or Die. Okay. And it's like this kind of same flow, like a little Luther, speed up with a little Zach. I'm just like, that was a cool flow. Like, why not? Let me try it. So it was just a lot of like, let me try it. You know, that's what it really a lot of it was.
I got you. I just main love interest or strong like. I feel like this one probably. Besides chocolate, well, no, probably besides casual, was the one where you had the most serious situation mentioned.
That's a strong like
okay.
That song came about again in just randomness. I'm like, dude, I'm bored. I want to make a Mac Miller type song. So I was playing it, and the intro, which leads from someone else, I did like some crazy stuff with the beat. Like I got the beat that was already there. And I think I reversed it, but also I forgot what it's called. Something with an S, not synthesized, sample sampleizer or something like that. I did something like spread it out. To make it the intro part. Yeah. But I was just like, I want to make a great song. I feel like I Just is the best song to take personally. But I just want to make a great song. It is kind of weird, but it's not so weird where it'll throw people off. It's very chill. I wanted something that was very chill and just like. Yeah, I just want to chill. Like, it's just a really good chill song. I feel like somebody could play that for their girl and they'd be like, hey, yo, like, here you go. But it is about, unintentionally, but it is framed with someone that's kind of like, I guess, the main level. Like, if everybody who got songs, she got the most. She got like 2.5, maybe 3. And then a YouTube exclusive I'm going to drop. I haven't showed you that one yet because I want you to be surprised. But she got that one too. But it was all very just like, with this tape, and in order to make it emotional and real, a lot of times I just start writing. But this one, I'm like, okay, let me go to work and think about who I want to write about, or at least create somebody in my head who I want to write about, so it'll all be very consistent. Because closing time is not about somebody. That's why it's like kind of all over the place, because it's like, I'm just talking. Yeah. But I'm like, yo, let me make this consistent. Let me make it about one person and one thing, pretty much, and then like, you know, delving off into other things. But yeah, that was definitely about like a main thing. But it's like I said in the thing, it was like, I just said something that was like it was a crush. I said something that I don't remember. But
one of the lines in there, getting to the point of picking out fancy vehicles to drive, her the queen. Well, I don't know if this is the actual line, but at this part, her the queen and you the misfit. That was kind of like a play on words there. To me, it was really like a simple message, like you said. Like you kind of like painted it very clear. Like,
appreciate you, bro.
Hey, if you really want this to work, like I'm gonna tell you everything
you feel me?
That I can offer. How this can be created
I
for
forgot
this relationship.
Yeah, that is very true. That's like the truth. Like that was talking about prom my senior year.
Okay.
And I didn't end up going because I went to Dreamville Fest. J. Cole and Drake was going. Like,
and
Usher, like, how can I pass that up?
That's a good pass out. Like,
yeah. But man, I was going hard. Like I said, that's a girl who's mentioned a lot in the tape. Like, I feel like out of all the women and like Ann Smith or like that was like the one I was like, and I still talk to my friend. I'm like, I can marry her someday. Like if she was really with it, like that's the one I can see.
Yeah.
But that was like, I feel like that was the time. I feel like I said it on another song too. It may be unreleased, but I was like, your friends telling me that, I feel like I said that not just too, because like they all keep kind of the same message about the same girl. But that was like the best. All her best friends were like, yo, I think you got it, blah, blah, blah. So that prom, and I was letting it be known. Like, I wasn't shy. I'm like, hey, yo, like, I want you, like, I want to take you to prom. Like, I'll do whatever. Like, we can go rent a sports car. Yeah. We can freaking get a horse on the carriage. Like, it don't matter. I forgot I said that, but that part was really real. Like, I remember we were walking down the hall in the top floor, right by Miss Davidson's room. Like, I remember that whole conversation.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, I just put that in there. It was real. And, like, you'll be the queen. I'm not gonna try to be something I'm not, but like, I will get you this for one night. But like, you're the queen. I'm like the misfit. Like it's like the union that like I can see it working. A lot of people say they can see it working, but it's like it'll be kind of unconventional. But you know, still right with it.
Okay, Impatient. To me, It had a feeling of like a Drake, a Party Next Door. I don't know if you know this guy, but Chitty Bang. It kind of had this feeling.
Chitty Bang makes music like that? I know Always.
Yeah.
I really like the song Always, but I never heard them make songs like that.
It had that type of feeling to the song. Like, was that the motive?
Drake and Division, yeah. Sticky by Drake and Keep It Going by Division. And even in the second verse, I'm like, keep it going, keep it going. Like, it was very like on the nose. Like those are the two songs I was inspired by.
Okay. To me, this is kind of like the party / dance type song. Like, is this one of those songs that you kind of want to like blow up a little bit?
Yeah, like this is the one I'm like, yo, this got to be it. Because like this song may be the oldest song out of all of them. Okay. I started Impatient probably like late 2021. I showed it to Jacoby in probably 2022. He was like, yo, you need to hold on to this and like get Navi on it or something, like make it like blow up. Yeah. And I took off a song, I forgot to send it to you, but I took off a song called Wave It. Because that was kind of doing like the dance song was very like mainstream type sound. Yeah. Some people liked it, some people didn't, but ultimately it felt like I was trying to be somebody I wasn't. Not because of the lyrics or anything like that, but just the way I was saying, I didn't know how to tackle it. I don't know how to tackle it right now. So Impatient, I was just going through with my homie Lionel, and I was just going through old songs in my garage band. And he was like, yo, Impatient, this kind of fire. Like, he was like, you can put this in the background of like a skit. Because like he was like, it's not there, but he was like, you can put it back on the skit. But then I sent it to him to listen, and he was like, I'm not gonna lie, like, this is amazing. And he's actually the one in the background saying like, impatient. But like, this is definitely like one of the ones I'm gonna market the hardest. Cause I'm still trying to, at this moment in time, I'm still trying to figure out like how I can give it the most kick. Cause it has some kick, but I want it to have like some kick on it. So like it can go crazy at parties. Maybe when I'm at college, I can tell some people to play it. But that's definitely one of the ones that's like, that one should be it. It should be it.
Yeah, a lot of these I don't have like exact lines. Some of them have exact line that you said, but on that song, that's more for the fakers, and I'm more like a Laker because there is no replacing. Yeah, like to me, I felt like you were like putting your chest out there for like, if y'all want to play games, that's fine and dandy, but
I'm the greatest.
Like
I'm the great. That's the way. That is the only line I changed when I brought it to the when I made it, and I guess it tells me how old, when it was. Cause I said I guess I was 18 when I made it. Because originally I said, like, because I'm like a Laker, I got 17 rings because of something. So, because they had 17 rings. It was like playing like 17, but I'm 18. But I was like, you know what? I'm not that age anymore, and it doesn't sound that good.
So Pretty Boy K Amour, that was like a freestyle or cypher type of feel to me. Oh no, I wrote it. Well, it's funny. I wrote the note right here. Pretty Boy K. So that's ended up being the title for it. Pretty Boy K Amour. Yeah. Okay. What made you kind of go with that type of style for that song?
So shout out to my boy Lionel, LJ, produced by Prod by Lionel. He's the producer for it, one of my best friends, and it's so funny. That song, like me and him, kind of built the beat together. I was just telling him what I wanted, but it was very Star Wars influenced. like the no. I was like, hey, Star Wars Episode 3. There's a part in the symphony where it's like do 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 do. I'm like, I want you to like replicate that, but make it your own. But I was just like, I think that may have been before it was even a side A and a side B. But that was the one where I was like, I just want to go talk my stuff. Like that's the one I'm really just going to talk my stuff. I'm showing people like, this is some rapping. Like y'all need to y'all need to give me my flowers. Like this is the rapping. So that's what made me go off. I was just like, I freestyled Pretty Boy K Amour, and I was like, oh, I already know, like, that's the title, number one, and number two, like, that's just what the whole vibe needs to be.
I got you.
But the song is also, like, kind of also serious, because that's, like, I talk about a ex on there. In, like, the middle part where he kind of changed the beat a little bit, whatever. But, so that's also kind of, like, one of the more serious parts in the album, because it's, like, what I say? Wait, bro, whoa, in 411, ex-girl from Louisiana Tech released out my heart called 911. Why Clef for the John was bad with Gene. I was going crazy. But that was very real stuff. And she was actually supposed to have more songs on the tape, but I got that closure I needed from May 16th. Okay. May 16th freestyle. Yeah. But I really like that song. And then the feature, shout out to,
I was going to ask.
Nunnery, I think his name Christian Nunnery. I forget his last name, my bad, Christian. But we've been trying to get the song for a minute too, because he makes music too. But he just keeps taking his stuff off Spotify, like, keep it on, bro. And I was like, I need a feature for this.
Oh, man.
And I feel like where I would lack, he would pick up like the emotion and the aggression and all that. Okay. So I'm like, hey, bro, I just need you to go and like just talk your stuff. Like Pretty Boy KMR and Pretty Boy Chris, like just go do your thing.
Okay, I got you. One of the line on there, because you did say this had some serious elements to it. Jesus raised me from soil to preach to the world. And then you kind of go on. I think this song might be the same, kind of like 2-3 lines. But I was preaching to
Pace Pearls.
To Pace Pearls. Yes. Like, what made you think about that one?
I was like, it's kind of like a self-realization in the tape. Like, this tape is very like, I hate to say it like this, but this tape is really, actually I don't hate to say it like that. Let me not say it. It's like a kind of like a backhanded compliment. Like I said, like most of the people I talk about on here, light offense, not no offense, but light offense. But it's like, there is something you have not done in my life where I'm like, I could lose you. Like, whatever. But in this one, it wasn't like that. It was really just like, this one was really like pure pain. But I'm like, man, like, I'm supposed to be doing other things, like better myself. Like, I'm supposed to be over here better myself. But I'm preaching because she wore pearl earrings. That's what the page pearl. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, that's just kind of a moment of realization to tape. Like, man, I'm supposed to be doing like so much greater things, talking about so much greater things. That's why I want to get the tape out the way, because it's like, well, I can talk about so much more. So it's just kind of like a self-realization, like, dang, I need to better myself.
Okay. Someone Else.
Yeah.
What I had since from it, had like a Lupe Fiasco type of vibe to it. Like a snippet / interlude, because he does that on a good bit of his projects. He kind of has like 1 or 2 kind of like interlude parts where he kind of goes in. To me, it had the feeling of kind of like a sophisticated kind of like style of work. You kind of were singing in there too, singing type of rap.
Struggling.
What gets you in the flow of wanting to do that on like some of your songs?
I always tell people that if I could sing, they get tired of me because I never shut up. So like I always want to sing in my world. Like even Chocolate has singing elements. Dreaming of You was singing. Like a lot of my songs have singing elements in it. But this one I actually wrote for someone else. That's funny. But I wrote it as like a reference for another one of my like for a female friend who makes music. But she was like, I like it, but it's like not my style. But I was like, this is really nice. Like I was gonna scrap it until I made I Just and kind of had like that someone else thing at the beginning of it. But for someone else, it's just like I wanted to have like something for. I want to have something for everybody on the tape. Like if you like that neo soul, like if you like maybe it was inspired by where I've been, I think, or Where I Go by No Worries and Her. Okay. It was very inspired by that. So I'm like, if you like that vibe, that neo soul vibe, like, I think you like it. Plus, it's very like it's real. Like I said, I wrote it with a female voice in mind, because I feel like that would really take it to like that level, like like I'm suspecting you're cheating. Like I feel like that's like a very it's a basic message, but it's a message I never explored. Because I never really had that feeling. But it's like, this is for some people. Like some people are gonna get this, and some people are gonna feel this, even though if it is like the weakest song to take to me. But like somebody may sit down and be like, despite the singing, like, yo, this man was right. Like, I like this. So like, it's a cool little bridge piece. Like, I would put it as like the bonus track, but because it leads into I Just so well, I'm like, we're just gonna have to take it. I'm gonna try to do my best, but we just have to take it. But I like it.
Butterflies. To me,
best song on the album.
This was like a love cry song. What made you kind of want to pour your heart out a little bit on this one?
Well, I wish it was me, but it's actually my guy, Nasey.
Okay.
His singing name is Nasey, Nasey. But we're coworkers, so he would go around showing his coworkers this song at work, and he showed me and my friend another Christian, but he showed us the song one day, and I was like, dude, like, this is the greatest song I've ever heard. And I was like, hey man, like, because he puts stuff out on SoundCloud and like Instagram and all that. I said, hey, you got it on SoundCloud, what you call it? But I want this for my tape. Like, I need to put this, like, people need to hear this everywhere. Yeah. So I was like, and it was kind of like, do I want somebody else to have the best song on? Because to me, like, I Just is really good, but Butterflies is like perfect to me. So I'm like, do I want somebody else to have a better song than me on the table? I'm like, you know what, I'll take it or whatever. But it was just very real, and that actually inspired me to make like some of the later songs in like the creative process. kind of like this song is like very real. Like every line, he's talking about some real stuff that people can relate to. He's pouring out his heart. The melodies are all there. Yeah, if you got this far, I really am truly honored. I'm not gonna lie to you. But around like the 50-minute mark, just letting you know, there's gonna start having some freeze frames of the project cover, and that's because we had some technical difficulties while we're recording that we didn't notice until a few weeks later. But with the video freezing up or glitching, so when you see that, don't be alarmed. It's just a placeholder because we couldn't show the video. But just stay tuned, and we'll get the video right back up and working for you. And if you came this far, you obviously like it. But just keep on watching and sharing, man. You're finna learn a lot. But back to talking about Butterflies with my guy Nasey. And I feel like that's another audience who could gravitate toward the album because of that. Because like, you can hear in this stuff like he's very influenced by like X and Juice, and that's like a lot of people. So I'm like, yo, if that song can blow up simply because of the X and Juice, I mean, it's his song, but my name's also on it. So like, let's get everybody we can, to join the fold, and hopefully, some people will direct over to his SoundCloud and stuff too. But I love that song, man.
Yeah, I had it on my notes. The only song that you weren't on there on the project, but it kind of had like that bubbly crush type feeling to it as well. Yeah. I think that's kind of interesting though, how you have songs that you might not be featured on a good bit, and then like literally a whole song that's like you're not even on it at all, but you want people to still get the feeling of it because it ties into everything else you have.
I'm like, if I can't do it, I want you to do it.
Yeah. Okay. What was the name of that artist again?
Nasey, Nasey.
Okay, Zoryea and Nyah.
Yeah. Ooh, what this song is. Ooh, I was mad with this song.
This one too, I felt deserves a music video.
You think so?
At least in my opinion. Yeah. I also think this one could blow up on TikTok. Like this is one of those songs that like if TikTok takes it, like it's gonna go.
I hope so.
You mentioned a good bit on this one, or at least distinctively, at least on one part. These are kind of former amours.
Yeah.
What made you specifically want to title the song?
The thing is, like, in the verse, because this is one where it's like, they're fine. Like, they're cool. They're my people. But, like, I say, like, Zoryea and Nyah, all I got and I don't want no more. They don't even like men. I'm just something different. Yeah. Like, it's just like a fun thing. They don't like men. So it's just like, it's kind of fun, playful, whatever. But it just sounds, it just looks cool. Yeah, I'm like, To My Former Amour, and that could also get people, because it's the only one with a woman's name in it. So they can click on it. Yeah. And it's crazy. I'm glad you say, like, this is when you feel like it could blow. I did not like this song until like 3 weeks ago, because I finally started like actually mixing it. That's why I think this may be one of the last songs you got, because I was like, this has to be like listenable. And I finally got to the point where it's listenable. I added like doubling effects I was talking about earlier in some of the spots, because like I try my best when I'm making songs like this, because I've had some songs that will never see the light of day because I was mad while I was writing.
Yeah.
And this song,
you need those. Yeah.
You need those, but like I want it to still be in good taste. Like no matter what I say on this project, I feel like everything was said in good taste, or like it was truly deserved. But there's some songs I have in the tub where it's like, yo, if I put this out, like, I don't want that like emotion. I don't want all of that out there. But with this one, it was just like, I was talking about some real stuff, and this is the one that's like, yo, like, forget all this. Like, I'm doing this, forget this, forget you. This is kind of like the one that's like hitting you like, this it's kind of like a backhanded compliment, but this was not even a compliment. It's just like, forget you.
Were they okay with being mentioned on the song? I know they're the title. Of the song,
see, like I was thinking about that. Like I'm thinking about changing it to just Z and N. But yeah, I'm gonna have to see. But like the thing is, I'm mentioning the Z and N because like they're not from here, so like unless the song just somehow blows up tremendously,
then that's the only way they would kind of see it.
So it's like I said in one song, in a scrap song, I had to scrap it because like after Photographer and like the blowback, this wasn't blowback, but like after like seeing how she reacted to that song, even though I had sent her the song and said months prior she was she was gonna be mentioned like in the watch for the song, I was like, I can't in good faith put this song. I would just say wasn't Miss AJ. I was like, I can't in good conscience put this out because this one is like it's like Closing Time, but less whimsical. Yeah. So like I was like, I can't put it because in one song I said I can't remember exactly what I said on paraphrase, but basically I said it'll be alright. I can say the name. I'm not that famous. Like it won't matter. And that's kind of like the same thing with this song. But I may change it. I'll probably I'm gonna ask him today. I'm gonna ask him today after this. But
Some of the line, well, at least one of the line on here. I know that we are friends, but give me 60 minutes, or give 60 minutes, and you'll be begging me to sample it. What made you say that line? Like,
Bro, what made you go with that verse? Okay, I was finna say some incriminating evidence, so let me not say that. But basically, I hung out with this young lady, and I was just like, you look really good. So, like, that was just, like, another one. I just wanted to add a layer of realism to it. And, like, a lot of these, I'm like, it's kind of like playing, like, when there's so many songs, there are going to be some where I just, like, I'm like, hey, listen to the track, listen to the tape, like, you're going to be mentioned on here. But it's so inconspicuous, everything. I'm like, hey, you got to listen to about 20 tracks, give me about 20 streams, give me about 5 cents to listen to all this.
Yeah.
But to put down there, it was just another layer of realism on there, because I'm just like, this is, like, a real story. I'm thinking about somebody real when I'm saying that. I'm like, let me just say it, bro. Like, this song already loud and harsh and provocative enough. I'm like, let me just go ahead and say it.
I wrote on here, being petty.
Yeah.
Some of the folks that you dealt with.
Yeah, it had to be petty at the end. That's not even somebody I dealt with. It's just like...
But yeah.
And to my guy. That's one of my homie's exes that I was addressing at that last part. But you just said something so foul. I was like... They're broken up now, and they hate each other and whatever like that. So I can say it, but I need to get that off my chest. I need that to be the last part. And my homie on background, Jackson, throughout that whole thing, like he's the one at the end. He's like the voice you're hearing, the whatchamacallit. I was kind of embodying him. Yeah. I was like, bro, let me get my Jackson bag, man. Let me just like go all out. Like this is the one. I'm like, no, I'm not. Really scared of losing money. People are like, what do you contribute? Like, you don't wish me happy birthday. You don't text me. You don't listen to my music. I'm like, what? Let me just get off my chest.
This is like a separate question, but kind of from the song. What would you say is the reason girls don't follow you after some time?
It's just like and dudes do it too, don't get me wrong. But it's just like, people are so obsessed with numbers on social media. And I am kind of too, but my number one thing has always been like, if the James Chatmon podcast unfollows me after some time, I would be upset, but at least you have a brand. And me, I have a brand I'm trying to build.
Yeah.
If you're just random person who posts on Instagram, who has a job that got nothing to do with Instagram, who has a passion that got nothing to do with Instagram, why are you unfollowing me to make your numbers look better? So that's kind of what it was. And shout out to Howard. But this is a girl that I knew. Yeah. And her and my homie Howard, I wouldn't go say talking, but she found him attractive as all girls find Howard attractive for some reason. And he was like, oh, bro, I just realized she don't follow you on that account anymore. So that's just a real thing that happened the day before. Because I had the hook and I had up to that, give me 60 minutes, you back. I had up to that, but I didn't have anything after that. So he told me that. And the next day I recorded, I'm like, man, like, you from LA, you're from Louisiana, you're not LA, like, you're not famous. Don't try to, don't try to follow me to unfollow me and make your numbers look bad. Like, if you're going to follow, just have both of us unfollow each other. So that's what it was. That's just like years of following just to unfollow.
I mean, that was real though. Like,
I feel like a lot of people are going to relate to that one.
I was going to say, that specific line I can relate to. Like, that was real. So.
I feel like a lot of people are going to relate to that one.
Don't Stop That Fancy Shit. This one also to me feels like kind of like a club record in a sense. Do you think it's important for you to kind of have different feelings and different records on your whole project, even though you kind of have like a concept to go one way, but you have like dance songs, you have like one that's kind of like a club record.
I think it's important if you're trying to like, make it, And like you said, club vibe, this is another part of like it being kind of conceptual. Cause I don't remember what order, but I put like Impatient, Closing Time, Don't Stop That Fancy. Cause it's kind of like a story. Like Impatient, you kind of see them, your girl's trying to get close to me, she's impatient. So that's kind of like me, like just scoping out the scene. You get to Don't Stop That Fancy, like I'm kind of with you. I'm like, oh man, like you doing your thing, like you killing it. And then Closing Time, it's like, okay, it's closing time now, what you trying to do? So it's all like a little story in it too. So I try to do both elements. And I try to keep everything like creative still in just some way, shape, or form. Because I get like tired with it if it's not. But yeah, I think it's important to have like every type of song on there. If it fits within still kind of like the concept and sound. Because you don't want it to be like too drastically different. But I feel like it was enough and it still added to like the story. Because it's another side of it. to me. It's like it's the most positive song. It's probably the most positive song. Probably the most positive because everything I say in this song is like kind of uplifting, which is nice to have.
Unless it was just me listening to it, just really deep. Did you sample yourself on this song with Crystal?
Oh, I did not. I'm curious to what you wait.
The sound of it, at least in the beginning, I can't remember if it flows throughout the whole song.
Like that.
But it had a little bit of like a Crystal Gem feel because I went back and listened to Crystal Gem, and I was like, it had that same type of, because when I was listening to it, I was like, I feel like I've heard this before. Not the song, but I feel like I heard this before. And then I went back and listened to Crystal Gem. I was like, I don't know if he did that intentionally, but it has
crazy.
that like.
I mean, I gotta go sample it now and put it on there before it drops. I don't know. I'm gonna listen to that. I'm gonna listen to it back because I rarely go back to Crystal Gem, but every time I do, I'm like, I was ahead of my time, bro. This is amazing.
Yeah. Some of the lines on there. You love the model types, lawyers, doctors, scientists, royal type. What made you? I think you also mentioned like Spellman. Somebody going to Spellman on here. Like, what made you kind of like speak to that specifically?
Because like I feel like for at least me and my music, which is not, I don't know. I talk about women a lot, but like more as like filler than like intentional. And that's why I want to be really intentional with this. I try to be intentional with my music now going forward. But it was like, everybody talks about the models, like, I love the model types, but like the doctors, the scientists, like it's great to be a model. Like shout out to all the models. But like it's cool to, go be a doctor, scientist, lawyer. I said royal type just because it rhymes. But I'm like, go do your thing. Like, get to college, get your degree, do your thing, be fancy. Like you on your fancy stuff, like do your thing. So that's kind of just how it, popped in my head now. And then Spelman, it was just like, that's the women's college I know. So, I was just going to Spelman. Why not? It's all women there, so, I have to hit somebody.
Yeah. You've dropped a few names in here. Was it just kind of like a random thing?
Yeah, those are all just shout outs. Like I said, Night Shifts, just like Britt. Y'all both been here. Like, Britt is just a cool friend of mine. So it's like a shout out to her. Kylie, I love all your questions, something about it. She's like, I'm gonna say TikTok star, but like TikTok, I forgot. It was something about Kai. I think I slid in her DM like in a really like creative way, and she like posted it. She was like, "This is how you should slide in somebody's DM." So like we kept in close contact, and she likes my music. So she said something about one of the songs I dropped in the past year, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put you on a song, man, and I hope you like it because you can post it on TikTok and raise it up. But yeah, that's that. And then like Long Legs, like Sky, like these are all just. This is why I said this is the most. This song is like purely positive. All the other ones have like little like light jabs that you may not get as a jab, but this one is just like it's strictly just like all positive. Like, everybody say it's a friend. Like so all of it's like uplifting.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Questioned. Freestyle. Writing in your journal, the girls' fashion style. To me, this song was kind of like one. Like, even though it is a freestyle, it felt kind of more like you were actually detailing some of your feelings and things of that nature. Like one of the lines, not trying to break up happy homes, at least not no more. Like what were you thinking about when you're kind of going through this
is another one where it's like, it's very real. And it's kind of like better myself in the sense where it's like, this is like progressive. Like, I'm moving forward. I really wanted to like flaunt rapping. Like I think at the beginning I did like a whole bunch of alliteration. But like with that, what did I say? I know I said shout out to Tulane and Harley. I know I said their name. But yeah, it's just like I'm on a different vibe now. Like, all that stuff was like cool, like middle school, high school, like, oh man, your girl wants me. But now it's like that's a hater. Like, I don't care about that anymore.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not trying to break a habit on this and that no more. I'm not too worried about those. Reading my Bible, I'm back in that mode. Like, this is like very like I'm trying to move forward and progress.
Yeah.
And this is another one where I'm trying to figure out what to do at the end because I say two women's names. I'm not gonna say them here because like those are two. Yeah, those are two that I'm like. They've never wronged me at all, and that's why I say in the song, I'm like, they're the only two that never fucked me over. So like, they've never wronged me at all. So like, one of them's married, one of them's I don't know where. God bless her. I really have no idea where she is. So I don't want it to come off any weird type of way to them at all. So I may bleep it out like I did on Set It Off. I bleeped out somebody's name, but it was just like I'm glad I had that because it was important to be like. that's kind of like when I started. I was like, let me shout out some women too, because there are a lot of women who are like great supporters, great friends. Was there with me, love the music, support the music. But yeah, that whole song was like at the beginning it was like to flex my muscles, like I can rap. See, I can rap. Cause side A is really like there's like the weird stuff. Like it's me having other people be 80% of the song. Yeah. It's me doing like the rock and the Tizo touchdown type thing. So with that, I was like, and I just is still weird singing but it's a little rap. But I'm like, yo, let me show y'all I can rap. Mm-hmm. But then it kind of dove into, let me just talk about where I'm at right now. Like, and I talk about Liz on there too. I was like, Burning Bush.
Yeah, I want to say this. At least I remember. It might not be exactly, but I want to say this might have been like your first biblical referencing, kind of like religious referencing in a song. Like, was that intentional too?
Yeah, well, I know on Zoryea and Nyah, I say something about Jericho, like the wall of Jericho falling down. But yeah, it wasn't intentional because I'm just like, shout out to my cousin JoJo, the GOAT, the greatest. But yeah, I'm just trying to, like I say with women, like I'm trying to weed it, like I said, this is closure. So I never had to talk about any of these women ever again. And these are women straight back from like junior high school till now. So like this is a large field of like I never have to talk about you again. So now I can focus on like, you know, stuff I care about. Like, I want to talk about, you know, religion. I want to talk about the world and, you know, just even little things that tickle my brain, random stuff. Like back in the day, I used to do that all the time, but it never got to a point where I feel like it was good enough to release. Yeah. But now that I'm getting better, I feel like I've had a song about a flight attendant, and then on like the opposite side of the song, it was gonna be about like somebody robbing the plane with the flight attendant. Like I used to come with all type of crazy stuff. I'm like, I'm letting real life women get in the way of like the rest of my creative process. So I want to talk about that because it's like I don't even know what I was thinking. Like Burning Bush, Black Man. What did I say? I said something about Burning Bush. I don't remember what it was.
I wish I wrote it.
But I think I said like Burning Bush and a question son, like a black man with some question funds. And it was just like, especially as coming up as an artist, what I'm trying to do, like there's gonna be like stereotypes placed on me. Already, like ever since I started making music, SoundCloud rapper. No. It's on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, don't call me no SoundCloud. Yeah. But you know, it's like, what are you talking about? You're talking about this, or that. So it's like, and when you get money, you know, everybody always assumes the worst, especially black people. Like, oh my God, they're in the Illuminati. I'm like, dude, people only say black people in the Illuminati, man. But it's like that, and it's like Burning Bush, which is like something that's like, if we saw that, no matter how much we read about it, we'd be like, no, you still be, yeah. What are you going on right now? And Burning Bush, a question son was, you know, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, like Virgin Mary. So it's like those are like so crazy, like those are like crazy like that, and it's like a black man with a lot of money, like. Some people look at it as just as crazy, like ironically, like, oh, what'd you do to get that money? Or who'd you have to rip off? Who'd you have to steal from? So that was just like a parallel I wanted to just put in there and just, you know, a little something.
Okay. To My Former Amour. Yeah. To me, it kind of had a slightly darker tone to it. But like you said, I mean, it was outro to side A, so you're moving into side B. The former love situation leading to a specific project. I feel like this one, even though you've talked about multiple women, or at least on this song specifically, it kind of felt like it was pinpointing on like one specific person.
This one is, I think I mentioned about 4 maybe. Mm-hmm. The beginning, and this is the newest song. I was playing Mass Effect 2 while freestyling this song. I have the notes, it's like 8 minutes of me just freestyling. Because the Carter 6 had just come out. And I'm like, man, I miss Wayne's old music, like even just the Carter 5. And like I was inspired by Harden off of Funeral for this one. But I just want something with like some good wordplay, but I'm just like rapping. Like I took off the Was It Miss AJ? And I'm like, I need another outro. That was gonna be the outro. But I'm like, I need something else to replace this. So with this one, I was talking about the same girl from Casual at the beginning, where I'm like, wonder why I'm letting Tim's fly, just go to PBS Kids, Nikes, and Super Y, stuff like that. And then later on, I talk about this one girl I used to talk to. Later I'll talk about this other girl who said, my music should be, like, she thought my music was gonna be bigger. And that was just from like a few weeks ago. That was like a friend, and she was like, how many months is this? I'm like, that was before Closing Time came out, I think. So now it's at like 60, but it was at like maybe like 50 or 48. She was like, dang, I thought you had more. But it wasn't like oh, dang, you're dope. Like, you should have more. It was like dang, you should have more. And like I said, like it's still a cool friend, but it's just like I forgot what I said after. I said something about women, of course. But this is a very like real, like I was trying to rap the best I could. Also talking about some real stuff that people would feel. And then but I had a lot of quotes in here. Like I said, look, I'm like Brenton Lockett. Shout out to Brenton Lockett. I got the keys in my jeans, ain't no stopping. I think, and you know, it could be a double entendre, but I don't know. I think Brenton Lockett's auntie is Alicia Keys. I think so. I think. Don't quote me on that. But it's like I got the keys in my jeans, ain't no stopping. You always think that you run fast when you by yourself, seeing around niggas who just know they ain't got no one else. Like when so many people are motivated by like negative emotions, which is okay. Like, you know, if you live in this way, you want to get out of it, you know, let that motivate you, whatever. But like it's so easy for like me to be like blessed with all I'm blessed with, to like get content and all that. But I gotta realize like no, there are people around who could be hungrier than me because they have a lot more motivation to be hungrier than me. So you always look fast when you run by yourself. But you run people who want that track championship more, when they need that track scholarship more than you do, it's a lot different. So you got to realize about that. So I was just trying to talk like, you know, just some real stuff on there, man. I don't know. And then the outro, it's like, what you know about heartbreak. You just know how much a heart takes. Like that was me like, the beginning was serious too, but that was me like going like this is some real stuff. I just want people to hear it and be like, dang, like this is some real stuff. I don't know.
It's been one of the themes that you've mentioned. Getting closure, like to me, this song definitely kind of had those type of elements, or at least towards the end of it and everything like that. To me, it's kind of funny how I wrote it. The album was tailor-made to make you offended.
Yeah.
And so like how you were saying, like some of these other songs, it is kind of like a slight jab to some of the women you are talking about and everything like that. But and like a cool way for people to like really listen and be like, no, like you're really rapping like for real on these.
I said that, bro. That's crazy. These verses are tailor-made for you to get offended because I could carry more out of my heart for me to get it on my head. And I said something like that. But yeah, that joint was I like that joint. And like I said, you could tell that was the last song I made because it was like, that was like, if Better Myself wasn't Better Myself, I would have this be the outro to the whole thing. But I feel like Better Myself is a positive note to leave off on. Like, it doesn't come off, it comes off a little mad, but like I feel like that's how I want it to end it off completely. But this could definitely be like the end of it too, because it's like, yo, like, I'm done with all that.
One line in there you had on there, I think it was kind of towards the beginning. I'm not politicking over pussy. Like, what was your motive behind making sure you pinpointed that out and like let people know, like, at the end of the day, I'm not necessarily trying to play games with y'all. Like,
it's just like, I needed something that was real, but that caught people by their ear immediately. Like, and it's still gonna pop because politicking over pussy, P.O.P. Like, I wanted to have like a cool little wordplay too. But it's like, I just wanted to hit y'all with something straight up, like, this is straight up. Like, I'm not playing games. Like, I'm not playing games with a woman. I'm not playing games to give it. I'm not doing it. Like, this is just like, I don't know. It was just real. Like, it's just how I felt. You know, I freestyled. Like, it just came off my chest like that, and I'm like, hey, like, this is what it is.
Yeah. Photographer. What was some of the concept behind that one?
The photographer, I lied when I said Impatient is the oldest. This is the oldest song. I wrote some of it, Photographer, in late 2020, early 2021. I wrote the hook. But I still remember this is Bryson Tiller beat. And when I heard that, I'm like, oh, it's got to be about a photographer. Like, I love the little clicking sound. So I wrote it about the girl way back when. And then we hung out in 2023. And it went the way, it went exactly how it sounded in the first word. Like, it went exactly that way. So then I finished, I probably finished the song in 2024, like early 2024, late 2023. Finished the recording for it. But I didn't mix it until like 2024 or whatever, late 2024. But I just been holding it. When this came up, I'm like, it's about, you know, former, like, this is perfect for it. And yeah, the way the song came together. Second verse is about like other things. I was just saying random thing. But that first verse, it was important because that was like the first one where it was like, this is about somebody. This is clearly about somebody. You may not know, but it's clearly about somebody. And even people listen to it, they're like, oh, bro, it's about, like, I can't tell you all that. But like, yeah, that was one. And that wasn't going to be a single. Like I said, how would you know in Chocolate were going to be? But after I like mixed it, because when I made it, my mixing wasn't nearly as good. But when I mixed it, this time I was like, oh, this sounds good, bro. Like, this got to be a single. Like, it's just important to go ahead and get out. And Yeah, it was just nice, and I'm glad I got to shout out all the photographers at the end of the song and all that stuff like that. You know, but yeah, it was a cool little song, cool little process to make. A long process, but
The cover art for that one, was that intentional?
yeah. It was intentional. All the cover arts, and I want to talk about cover arts too, but all the cover arts were commissioned. Like all of them were like, "Hey, do this, let's do this. Oh, you want to do this? Let's do this." Like all of them, like are all people I know, people I paid, you know, like it's like I said, I put some money behind it. But yeah, for photographer and closing time, those are like friends. The actual album cover art, which hasn't been made yet, but you've seen the drafts for it. She's kind, you know, we're cool, but it's like internet stuff. But we're cool, but pay her because she's a real model, so she got paid. But yeah, I wanted everything to be very specific to like the side A, side B thing. Like photographer is on side A, and the cover art is green and pink. It looks like AKA. I didn't think about it until I was doing it, but it's very bright and red. I wanted this whole side to be like side A when I was making this, really like red. Side B blue. Like, I feel like the songs on side B, like, Don't Stop That Fan Shit, that's kind of red. But like Impatient, Closing Time, Better Myself, like these are all, I feel like blue. Like, I feel like these are like the cooler songs. Blue is more like modest and comfortable. And then the red is like the bright, like butterflies, chocolate, all that. Like it's more eccentric. So I want the cover art to reflect that. So photographers, the green and pink is very bright. The words that I put on there are very like popping out. It's kind of cartoonish too. And then Closing Time, like I said, shout out to Xana, shout out to Zanny. She was very cooperative to do it all. Like we hopped on FaceTime, talked about all of it, did the clothing for it. Like we're like did the earrings and all that, like hair, like we were like it was very locked in, so I appreciate that. But we're like closing time, let's get it like, you know, cool little like restaurant vibe. Like it's just like it seemed like the cool girl in the corner, like you're looking like you're like oh, okay, like okay, I kind of see like you kind of mysterious, but you're rocking with, you know. And the cover art is blue, so that went with the cooler thing too. And then the cover arts for the tape, the side A, side B, I was like, she again very helpful. Cause like, what do you want to do? I was like, side A, I want to seem just like, of course, red, but like seem like the girl next door, like just some like the typical store. You may not really see her like that until like blah blah happens. You're like, oh, it's not like she's amazing. And she had like minimal jewelry on. I think she had a regular white tee on. And then for the side B, I'm like, yo, now make it seem like, you know, you finna go out, like you finna have a good time, get the jewelry going, get like a cool top, cool bottoms on and all that. So all of it was just like very intentional. And I wanted that letter. Photographer didn't have a letter, but Closing Time had a letter on the table. And then both the album covers had letters too. Because I wanted people to see like, hey, I didn't get this off the internet. Like this is like this is real. Like this ain't no stock photo. Like this was for me, number one. And number two, I wanted all this still. I wanted everything to be very connected, like with all the letters and To My Former Amour, like an envelope letter and all that. So I want all that to be connected. But like that was like really fun. Like that was probably one like that may be like my favorite part of it all. Just coordinating with all them. Photographer's cover kind of pushed the tape back a little bit because it took a very long time to get in. But with the other two, like it was very nice just talking to them, seeing where their mind was at. They made some adjustments to it and all that. So it was very nice. It's probably my favorite part about it. One of my favorite parts about it.
You mentioned the cover art and a lot of the people that worked on it, the ladies that you worked with, the models and things like that, the photographers that you shouted out in that specific song and everything. Is there anybody else that you want us to talk about specifically who worked on any of the songs with you? Anybody who helped produce it and things like that? Some of the other features, if we didn't mention any, I think we mentioned pretty much all of them. But if you just want to shout them out for real, you know.
Shout out D. James Chatmon, you know, for going along with this ride with me, and, you know, because like that was another thing that motivated me. I'm like, I need these songs to be good enough for him to listen. Like I want to just some of them you got like a very rough version of, but other ones I'm like, yo, I want this to sound like good for him to listen and be able to analyze it. Lionel, my guy again, proud by Lionel. He produced Pretty Boy K. Amour. In the earlier part of the tape, he produced that, a song called Pretty Girl, which is gonna be like the counteracting to it, and a song called Stay. But we ended up maybe not accident, but maybe holding two of those. Because Stay was gonna be about the same girl that Pretty Boy K. Amour was on in May 16th, but I was like, I'm not really feeling it. I got my closure, so good. So maybe repurpose that. Shout out to Navia and Prodigy who were gonna be on the tape for the Rain remix. Who else though? Honestly, this tape, it's like every tape I played it more close to the vest. Like Rose Face of Black, I literally still go back to the email chain where I sent like 15 people the same song at the same time. and then Summer Sunset, I sent a lot of people Peace and Quiet because I wanted to get that perfect. I knew people were gonna like that. And then Confessions, I sent it go, but it's weeded down. Like there used to be, and shout out to Chris Taylor, one of my best friends. Was on Crystal Gym with you, Cozy Chris, Tromeo, goes by many names, but they've been on every single project I've been on. I'm trying to find a way to get them on this one before it releases. I know it's crunch time, but I'm gonna find some way, one soundbite, whatever. But yeah, they helped me realize like normally at least one person heard every song, but besides you, like some people, one person's heard better myself. Navia and my coworker Christian both heard I Just. But there are a lot of songs on here that nobody's heard except for me and you. And normally it's like the majority of the tape, somebody's heard something of everything. But like I want to play it very close to the vest. I want people to be very shocked. But shout out to Jaylon. He was a big help. He's the reason why I was able to get the last model's cover because she's a model and she deserves the money because she's modeled for like Disney and all this stuff, been part of Mr. B stuff. Like she's legit. So she was asking for a legit price. My homie Jaylon, he sent me, some money to, help with the and I'm gonna make sure you get that investment back tenfold. But I want to thank him a lot and everybody else who donated because Miss Lori Walker Hall, she also makes music. She helped donate to it. So I think that's it. But just shout out to everybody. JP Beats too. They made a lot. Like they're just a YouTuber. I don't know them personally, but like May 16th, Closing Time. I think Don't Stop That Fancy Shit. Like they probably did like 5 beats. And it's just because like those are the beats that's supposed to me the most. But they just ended up doing a lot of it. So, but I think that's it.
Just because we didn't talk about it, I know you did mention it to me. May 16th, Freestyle. What made you want to drop that as a single?
It's so funny because this is another one. It was just like a freestyle. I literally woke up one day and I had something to get off my chest about the girl I was talking about in the song. And it was, it was May 16th. And that's the same day Closing Time dropped. But I got up and I was folding clothes actually. Shout out to J. Cole. But I was folding clothes and I was like, let me just look up a Drake beat because I was just gonna freestyle on my story and just like get it out of me, whatever. So I found a Drake beat. I'm like, let me just pick a random one. I'm like, the Calling For You beat with 21 Savage. I'm like, okay, this kind of cool. I didn't love the song like that, but the beat is cool. It's like a Cash Cobain type thing. I listened to it and I was freestyling. I kept saying, every time I called you up, I was call your bluff. And I was like, this is tough. I'm like, yo, forget freestyling. Forget like just putting on my story. Let me find a beat like this and then record it all right now. So I found a beat that was similar to it, locked in, recorded in probably like under an hour. And it was all just freestyle. It was like what I was feeling in that moment. I just kept retaking. So, that's another one where I say everything. Like, May Night came around, you didn't say happy birthday. Like, what on earth? Like, no matter how distant we became over the past few years, past 6-7 years, whatever. Like, there was never a time we didn't say happy birthday to each other. So I'm like, okay, well, your birthday come up May 23rd. I can't say anything.
I understand that. I understand.
Yeah, so that's what I was really real. And it helped me get that thing like, when I said all those months ago that I asked is any song that ever made you feel sad, that was the one. And that also helped me realize like, okay, this realness is working. Because people are like, dang, like, are you okay? Like, this sounds sad. Like, oh my God, like, this is getting me sad. Like, this is crazy. And so I'm really glad how that one turned out. And the reception was so good that I'm like, hey, I'm just going to put it on the tape too. Because it was just like an Instagram, if y'all like it, we'll see how it goes. But they got like amazing reception across the board. Like, I was just sending it to like random people. And I'm like, check this out. I think you like it. Like, I don't know what music you like, but it was very positive feedback. So I like it. Yeah, it's a great song. I think that one could also blow up too because it has that sound, like the Cash Cobain type sound. So I'm probably going to market that. I am going to market that one huge.
What are you hoping that people take away from this project specifically compared to what they've taken away from your previous work? Yeah.
That's a really good question. For this one, I just want to take away that, like, try it all. I can't say I can do it all, but I can try it all. Like, there's so many different sounds on this tape, from like the pop rock. I don't even know what genre the 2 songs of Old Man are. The Cash Cobain type beat, the house beats, the Lil Wayne beat, like, it's just so much. And I want y'all to know, like, I will tackle, like, anything. If it has, like, the purpose to it, I'll tackle anything. And also that, like, I'm constantly evolving. Like, the sound, like, I've had the same equipment for the past 5 years, but you can tell there's a considerable jump in the quality, and that's because I'm getting better. Yeah. So, like, when the next wave happens, where I actually got good equipment, like, decent equipment, like, it's just going to get better. So I guess that's the thing, like, it's only going to get better, but this is when it's like, I really, really need the people. Like I need the people. Like these songs, like I said, are so tailored to the people, really. Like not like how Peace and Quiet or Kmore Island was, because that was made intentionally just for it to like be a little hit, whatever. I stopped promoting Kmore Island because I hated it. But like with Peace and Quiet, like that was very tailored toward the people. But this one is like, hey, like I'm making this song. I hope you can relate to it. But if you relate to it, I need you to like take it sky high. And also with the thing of like TikTok and Instagram, I'm gonna be marketing these songs heavy. So it's really just about like I have something for everybody. Just stick around and we're gonna move up. That's really all I'm thinking with it.
Yeah. You want to give a shout out to your fans or anything like that?
I just want to thank like I don't even know how to tell your name. Well, Zizum, that's like a TikTok supporter I made, and like like when you talk about supporters, like off the bat, in one day, listen to my entire discography, like it blows my mind that people can support. And I guess I'm a good supporter, so I kind of do stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's like I just wouldn't expect.
You don't expect it for yourself.
It is just so crazy. Zizum, Deja, Deja from Bermuda. I was literally thinking on the way here, I'm like, I gotta give Deja a shout out on the project, but I don't have anywhere yet. So I may gotta try to shout. But if I don't shout you out there, I'm shouting you out here. Like when she heard Morning Sun from Bermuda, that was just like this marketing stuff kind of works. Like that inspired me. Like let's just keep the engine going. Just I made a lot of like female friends like recently in the past month or two or whatever. I appreciate y'all too, cause like I'm getting like great feedback from all the stuff. Just everybody giving me feedback, everybody listening, everybody sharing. Cause like that can go along. Like the right person sharing your stuff.
Yeah. Oh,
that's how you do it.
Man.
You know.
Yeah.
Shout.
Or as they use it in like a project that they're doing or something like that, or like in a TikTok that they got or something.
Like it can go, and that's all. That's all I'm asking people to do. I know it may seem like a lot, but like that's all I'm asking. I'm like, yo, go out. There are 20 songs in here. Like I'm not saying it's like, but like for some, I'm not saying like I need you to do this for. Like there are 20 songs drastically different. There's got to be one TikTok you can make out of it. And I'm even appealing to some people's like vainness. Like, if you like this song, there's a little hint for closing time. But if you like this song, you said the flow's good and your name is mentioned in it, why not go make it one TikTok to it for real? Like, you're in a song, and like think about how cool it would be if that song blows up. Like, so a lot of it is like, and I know a lot of people who have. I'm so glad I'm sorry. This is very important to the tape, right? The number one question, one of the number one questions I hate the most out of all the years I've done it. When are you gonna make a song about me? Like you don't get how upset. Like it kind of makes me upset. But like before this, besides Taylor Made was a concept. I'm still a little different. But besides that, every song released or unreleased I made about a woman, like 95% of it, it's not positive. I'm like, if you're gonna be in the song, I hope you know it's not gonna be for a good reason. So I'm like, you don't want me to put you in a song for real. But like I keep getting asked. So they're like 4 or 5 songs on here where it's like people who have been asking for a song. And some of them may like it, some of them may not. But for most who like it, I'm like, yo, like, you like my music? I thought it was gonna be the same way for photographer too, because they really like my music. But nah, I don't know how I really still don't know how that happened. I don't know, it's crazy. But for like, how would you know? The person I made specifically about, it's about like best friends as a whole, but like that one I made specifically about, I'm like, you're gonna love this song. So like this was my present to you. Your present to me to make a TikTok about it. Cause yeah, I hated that question. I hate that question so much. Like every time I get it, I'm like, do you understand? Like, you don't want that. Like, what Drake song do you know is like 100% positive about a woman? Like, it really doesn't happen, and it's because like unfortunately negative emotion was so much stronger than positive ones. But I'm like, I really can't sit here and think of a whole song about good things you've done for me to make a whole tape.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. Really just promotion. Like I'm just gonna everybody be ready. Cause like even with closing time, I post that song like almost every day. Man, it's like my highest growing single in a long time. So I'm trying to I'm seeing the face of and all that. But just be ready for promotion because when it's done, and I'm trying to get it done, like right now it's early July and I want to be out by the end of July. But when it's done, like I may take a week off work. Yeah. Like I'm just gonna push it to the moon. But I think that's it. Yeah. I think that's it as far as like a message to give. Really just thank you, everybody listening, because it's gonna be a long project. So for whoever who actually listens all the way through, and that's another thing where I'm like, I'm gonna try to blow these songs up individually. But if somebody wants to know, like I said, what song they're on, you're just gonna have to listen to the whole thing and really try to figure it out, you know. So I'm just excited for it, man. I really am. I'm really excited. I did a few full listens, like I told you about, and like I did a full listen before I came here at the park, and I was like, this is actually really good. Like this is like closer to being finished than I think. So I'm just trying to put that finishing touches on, and hopefully everybody like it.
All right. Well, thank you, Cam Moore, gracing us, being the first in this music lane. Definitely hope to have everything be well received, and like the songs you're trying to blow up. Well, the whole project for sure, but the songs you're trying to blow up, hope they blow up as well, man. So yeah, thank you once again.
So what's your favorite song from what you've heard?
Oh man, I knew you were gonna ask this.
I have to, bro. I have to.
I'm gonna have to do a whole list of myself to probably give you an official favorite song.
You gotta give us an unofficial right now. Then you ain't gonna get out of this. You just gotta pick one.
Unofficial. It's probably gonna be "Don't Stop That Fancy Shit" or. Might be I Just too. Maybe.
Yeah, that's safe pick. That's my
unofficially.
Don't Stop That Fancy Shit. I love it. I love it. Yeah, because those are, like I said, Don't Stop That Fancy Shit. I did not like. Like I was gonna scrap the entire song, but I love it now. But that's gonna be the one. Hey, y'all ready for promotion? I think that's gonna be people's favorite. That one.
Yeah, but thank you again, man. And when did the project come out?
When y'all see this, I'm dropping this the same day I drop, probably maybe a day after. But I'm really aiming for July 27th, 8th, or whatever.
So end of the summer,
end of July,
definitely,
early August.
Or end of July, early August, that range. So yeah, definitely go check it out, man.
You check me out everywhere. Well, it may be on my page, but whatever. Instagram, Rockstar Rain, like a King's Rain, not the precipitation. So that's Rockstar REIGN. TikTok, official K Amour, KAMOUR. And YouTube, same thing, official K Amour. And let's just go up, man. I'm taking all y'all with me who are here. So I'm taking all y'all with me.